Hello everyone, it's Sue Cook here. I wanted to talk to you about my book, Level Up, How to Be a Neuro Ninja. And I want to explain to you why I wrote it. So about a year ago, I had a mole come up here in that scar somewhere. And I showed it to a friend of mine who's a GP and she said, you need to get that off. So I did, and it turned out to be a malignant melanoma. And I thought while I was going through all this, if something happens to me, what are my patients going to do? So that's the first thought of a practitioner of 30 years. I had it all taken out. It's all fine. I have a beautiful scar. And the side effect of all of that was the birth of this book, Level Up, How to Be a Neuro Ninja. Now, this book has everything in it that I do clinically with my patients. And if you come and see me privately, I'm £100 an hour. This book is £19. So this is all the work you'd get with me, which would be like, I don't know, over the course of a year, 6 or 7 appointments. You're talking about a lot, but it's all in here if you're prepared to do it for yourself. So, and people might think maybe that's crazy. You've created something and people can get all your work for a really cheap price. But, you know, there's a credit crunch out there. People aren't doing so well. This is the answer. In here, I want to show you it because I think this is important. Here are all the separate bits, and it's all done from the perspective of a Neuro Ninja. Look at all that. No AI was used. It's all me. I designed it, and all the first bit is explaining about the brain, all of the brain issues, and then we start talking about primitive reflexes in detail. Okay, so you can understand why. Sometimes if you share something with people and they don't understand the why, it doesn't impact them. But that's why I talk about all the reflexes, all of them, they're all in here. This page, it's a big book, look, big book, to make it easy for you to follow. And then, so this is quite a good picture. So this one, example of retained reflexes in the classroom. Syntax loops. So if you've got the asymmetrical tonic neck reflex stuck on when it shouldn't be, you might be a child in class, you turn your head to look at the board, the reflex is triggered, your arm and leg extend, concentration's lost, child starts looking at the board again, then at the paper, then at the whatever, child starts again, looks at the board, then at the paper on the desk in front of him, turns his head, reflex triggered, round and round and round and round and round. So that's the loop we're breaking with one of the reflexes. These all create sensory distortions. I talk about all that. And then the session on how to integrate them. So as any ninja will tell you, mastery takes time and effort, but it's worth it. And then we start into the physical exercise. Oh no, there's even more. And then we start into the physical exercises. So all of this bit is all why, and all of this bit is the doing. Okay, it's all there. And when you get to the end, congratulations. With Asperger's, some autism, not all. I don't really specialise in that, but I have treated children with those diagnoses over the years. And ADHD, again, that can be quite a tricky one. But this is one aspect of it. You might need to look at diet. I've written books on that. I should have brought one. Nutrition for special needs as well, you might need, or any of my other books. But this is it. This is the one. So it's all in there. Please share this with your friends who may benefit from this. Share it with family members who may benefit from this, because it's really is the fastest and quickest and cheapest way to get my help for a very cheap price. And you understand how the book came about. What else was I going to say to you? And it makes it quick and easy and pleasant. If you do want to come and see me, you're absolutely allowed to do that. So just book in. I can either see you on Zoom or I can see you in my clinic. The main one is in Woodbridge. I also have access to a clinic in Colchester. So let me know what you need, and I can come to you to a clinic, and then you can get the help you need. Sometimes people like to come to me for the first one and then use the book for the following appointments. You know, they work through themselves. If they get in a mess, which is unlikely, in fact they don't, they call me. And also the other thing, I know that's what I was going to say, this is based on 19 years of experience working with thousands and thousands and thousands of children and families from all over the world. And for those of you who have worked with me personally and know me, the children that work with me, or the mums and dads, say that it's like working with half mad scientist and half children's entertainer. So I've always made everything really, really fun, because life should be fun. And people have always left my clinic feeling empowered and feeling like they know what they're doing, and that they're believed, and that they are supported. So that's the way I approach my work. So this is Level Up, How to Be a Neuro Ninja. You can get this on Amazon, or you can get this in my shop, which is brainbuzzshop.com. I have some in stock, so if you order, I just post out the same day. If you order on Amazon, it'll be there in a couple of days, I think. If you're abroad, you'll have to order it from Amazon, and that's probably the easiest thing. But any questions in the meantime, leave a question below and I'll do my best to answer it. Thank you.